What up, Dokkanners? Welcome back to Toon Rami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. For today's video, I wanted to talk about some updates regarding the category video that I just addressed earlier, as well as the free-to-play unit that's going to be dropping on JP, just to kind of bookend that whole topic that I was talking about. So once again, this is JP related, but this is basically finishing out the thought that I had mentioned on my previous video, talking about the Great Ape Power. So we'll start by taking a look at the free-to-play unit. This is the Int free-to-play Vegeta. As you might have already known, global players, you might have heard about it, just because I've been freaking out about it. 59 Gaming did a whole podcast talking about it. So this is the free-to-play unit that's going to be coming with that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta event, campaign, and all that. So this guy is apparently not too impressive, according to people, but I'm literally reading this for the first time, so let's see. Free-to-play Vegeta GT Great Apes passive. Attack and defense plus 80%, gains an additional attack and defense plus 80% if there's another Great Ape Power category ally attacking in the same turn. Transforms into Giant Ape once 4 turns have passed and HP is 50% or below. Once only. Super Attack. Raises attack for 1 turn and causes supreme damage and lowers defense. Great Ape version has no super attacks, effectives, or passives. Horrifically boring and seems... Horrifyingly boring. I was about to say horrifically. Horrifyingly boring and seems forced. So... this is basically what we know about the unit. I don't really know if the leader skill was mentioned, but it's probably nothing worth noting just because it looks like it's attack and defense, maybe int type attack and defense 60% up or something like that. And then maybe when you TURs, it'll be something inconsequential like that. But who knows? Who knows? The point is, that's basically the build for this free-to-play unit. I don't really have much to say in that just because, you know, it's free-to-play. It doesn't really do much. It's fine. It's different. As far as Vegeta's concerned, this is a very differently named unit, so if you want to run a full Vegeta team, this definitely adds to that arsenal. So, yeah, that's the first thing. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about is the Great Ape Power. So, before, on my last video, I had talked about this unit, or not this unit, this category, and I had speculated what could potentially be on this category, and I had mentioned a couple names. Number one, I mentioned the Baby Vegeta. Baby Vegeta is definitely here, even though he does not have a tail. He is still here because he is channeling the power of the Great Apes. As twisted as corrupted as that was, he was still utilizing the power of the Great Apes because that is essentially what it was down to its core. So Baby Vegeta is here, both versions. I was correct about that. Turles, other units that I was right about, anyone with tails. So Kid Goku is here. The free-to-play Kid Goku giant forms are here. The Kid Gohan is here. I actually forgot about this one. The reason why I didn't even think about this guy was just because he's not exactly utilizing the power of the Great Apes. But I guess it feeds into the whole notion that if you have a tail, you are in. But also, this does beg the question, why are there certain units not here? Like, for example, the R Gohan. Now, obviously, I'm not complaining. It's not like I'm ever going to use this guy. But this is one of those situations where the unit really fits, I believe, really fits the category, but just doesn't exist in it. This was a scene born out of pure rage. You know, Gohan was angry that his father was being killed, or about to be killed. So in a fit of rage, he explodes out of the Saiyan pod and goes to attack Raditz. Like, how he was able to demonstrate such strength could be a testament to both his potential, as well as the fact that he's got a tail, so that latent Uzaru power. So I'm surprised this was not made on this category, but I guess, you know what, maybe it is, but it's not worth mentioning in this graphic, just because it's so, it just doesn't matter. So it might be, but I was essentially right, so, you know, patting myself on the back here. I'm sure a lot of people were. That is basically anyone with tails. And then the most notable one that I'm very happy about is the Wrathful BROLY. I don't think I should be too happy simply because he does have a tail. So, you know, it's not really that impressive to say that, you know, you were predicting him to be here because he is here. But I guess the only thing is, we just have to wait and see what the pure definition is going to be for Great Ape Power. I'm sure by the time it emerges on the Dokkan Wiki, everyone will be talking about it. So when that time comes, we will truly get to see if this was indeed the perfect encapsulation of this. But honestly, my takeaway from this is I like it. I like it because it gives giant form units another category to be relevant in. Because giant form as a whole is such a useless category, especially in this day and age. Nobody wants to run them. When you transform, all it does is takes time, it stalls, and it really doesn't enhance the experience, except for a couple units in general. Giant form sucks. So adding something like this makes them more powerful, and hopefully this will amplify the brute strength of those giant forms, and I think that's the most important thing. Plus, having you know, having some support now with other units that don't just transform will add more versatility, more strategy when assembling these types of teams. Obviously, still, these units are going to suck. Like, the Vegeta sucks, Raditz sucks. Most of these giant forms are trash. Like, these guys sorely need EZAs. Shugesh needs an EZA. Tor is actually pretty good. But most of them are pretty bad. So, this was a step in the right direction. I'm not upset with this. I feel like there are way worse categories out there. This is actually a good one because this not only brings old, terrible units into relevancy, but it also really, it's a little more clear-cut as far as who is supposed to be here and who is not. So as far as the actual definition, it might already be there, but I'm just not able to translate it. We'll find out soon. So that is my takeaway from this whole thing. I'm happy. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about, is this tweet right here. Literally, as I was about to make this video, I saw this tweet. Shout out to Dadago4. Super Dragon Ball Heroes 10th anniversary. Ichiban Kuji in the collaboration campaign Dragon Ball Super Dragon Ball Heroes Saga prize a proof that you are applying for the BROLY Super Saiyan 4 Full Power figure. BROLY Super Saiyan 4 Full Power seems to be able to collaborate. What does this mean? This means that it is very likely that Super Saiyan 4 BROLY is in fact going to be a part of the Dragon Ball's Hero collab. And if that happens, oh my god, I wish Mass Ninkum were here right now. We could talk about this. I actually was so tempted to hit him up, but I think it's really late for him. My gosh. It's happening. It's happening. We're so close to being... Okay, if Super Saiyan 4 BROLY is there, and the fact that the Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta leads the Great Ape Power category, it's like it's setting up for the arrival of the purely Super Saiyan 4 category. Because we've got a pretty, I mean, I'm not going to say diverse set of Super Saiyan 4s right now. We only basically have Vegetas, Gokus, and Gogetas. And then you've got the Super Saiyan 4 Full Power. But eventually, they could add Super Saiyan 4, what is it, Limit Breaking, where their hair is glowing slightly red. You could add Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, Super Saiyan 4 Gohan even, if you want to really get adventurous with it. That is enough for a category. Because let's go take a look at Super Saiyan 3 right now. Let me show you Super Saiyan 3, and just take a look. If you see on DBZ Space right now, take a look at some of these categories. Fusion 30, Papigals 54, Resurrected Warriors 57, Patara 31, Giant Form 19, Giant Form is bad, as far as the count goes, but Ginyu Force is even worse, but that's kind of inevitable because there's really not too many Ginyu Force units. You got 6. 21 for Shadow Dragon Saga, actually I'm going to load that up. And where's Super Saiyan 3? I'm trying to find, Namekians is 13, Super Saiyan 3, I gotta find this. Super Saiyan 4 has, or Super Saiyan 2 has 24 units. Let's pull up Dragon Ball Heroes, and where the heck is Super Saiyan 3? I could have sworn I'd just seen it. There it is. Super Saiyan 3. So Super Saiyan 3 has, what, 17 characters? And they're all basically Goku, Vegeta, and Broly, not Broly, Gotenks. That's basically it. And then you got a couple outliers like Trunks, the Xeno version, but that's still basically Goku. You got Broly in there, Bardock. But that's basically what this is. You could reduce this down to like 4 people. So the same thing would go for Super Saiyan 4. So if you look at the Shadow Dragon Saga, right here you have 1, 2. These are basically, they count as 1 because they're the same name. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 4 Super Saiyan 4s right here. So if you add 4 to the Bardock, Broly, Gohan, Vegito, that's 8. So you've already got more on that category than you do Ginyu Force, and I feel like that's enough. Honestly, it's very black and white. It is a good category because it clearly distinguishes between realms of power. Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. It's obviously going to be the natural next step in progression. There's got to be Super Saiyan 4. So it's all but confirmed at this point that Super Saiyan 4 is going to be arriving at some point. But my guess is becoming more and more realized that it's going to be Super Saiyan 4 Broly. It's going to be a dual Dokkan Fest, Dragon Ball Heroes Celebration, Super Saiyan 4 Broly, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Mass Ningen and I have been saying this since I would probably say last year when we did our collab for the Dragon Ball Heroes banner. Honestly. The last time we did a collab, I believe, summoning collab was for the Dragon Ball Heroes banner. and it would also add more to this category, making this one a lot more worth using. It would just enhance the game so much. And I would say, personally, as a huge fan of Super Saiyan 4, I would be so ecstatic and over the moon if that kind of thing happened for me as a fan. So it has to be. It has to be. How can it not? Just tell me. How can it not? How can it not? So that's basically it. I wanted to talk about the category, wanted to talk about the Broly news, and I also wanted to bring up the brief little tidbit about the free-to-play Vegeta, just to be a little more thorough about the unit. And just for, in case you were curious, this is the look of the event, the story event. This is the Dokkan event, which looks awesome. That's literally the shot after Goku and Vegeta fuse, and Omega Shenron is blasted away by the aura, and his whole figure starts to emerge. This is the shot. So there's that, and I believe that's it. Oh, and whoa, they're getting a new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage. Anyway, that's JP. That's not my territory. I'm not going to talk about it. If you want to learn more about JP stuff, go check out the JP channels. I just wanted to talk about this because this is huge for me as a GT Super Saiyan 4 fanatic. All right? So that is going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments, what are you most excited about in this news? Is it the fact that the Grade 8 power actually makes sense? Or is it the fact that Broly could potentially be the Dragon Ball Heroes lead unit for this upcoming collab? I personally feel like Super Saiyan 4 Broly blows everything else out of the water. I'm so glad that that news surfaced before I started making this video. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. Mass Ningen, we did it! Super Saiyan 4, yeah!